I was just in here preparing this Gorgon to be shipped. That sun is coming through my skylight really bright right now. And I just got this package right here. It came in this gigantic box. I'm gonna get it open and show you what's inside. Yep, picked one up. We're gonna get this out of the box. I'm not gonna make it a huge production. And then I'm gonna show you the reason why I bought this thing. That's right, head-to-head against the Mojave 4S, or should I say 6S. I know y'all getting tired of that, but I'm going to approach this from the angle of someone who has never seen my channel before and doesn't know all the gymnastics I've put my Mojave through. And the reason why I purchased this, it's Losi. You know, most of the things that I bought, actually every car that I've bought to this point, since I got back into RC after the Red Cats have been Arrma. But then, you know, Losi's Arrma adjacent, right? Because Horizon. No, there's a Horizon over here somewhere. Ooh, no Horizons over here anywhere. Okay. Well, anyway, we're going to take a look at both of these. I'm not going to go into all the specs of the Losi Baja Rey 2.0. I'm going to call this one the... I did kind of want that Isley Brothers one. Eisenhower Brothers. I'm so ghetto with this Ford Raptor was growing on me every time I looked at it. But there wasn't a crazy amount of info on online about these. So I'm going to do my best to put these two head to head and show you what it's all about. So let's just get into it. Okay, here they are side by side on the floor. We could kind of use the lines on my hardwood width. I want to say the Mojave might be a touch wider. And as far as the height, I think I don't know. I'll see this in editing, but they look, maybe the Mojave's a touch tall. Right off rip, I wanted to check out these scale details, these fire extinguishers. They're much more nice than the molded ones that you get in the Mojave. I mean, that's a really nice touch on the Mojave, and then the fuel cell. But this thing has a jack also, and a couple of other reviewers were like, it looks like it could have had a jack handle. Bro, your jack handle's right here. And then you might think, oh, that's too thick to go into that receiver hole. But look, right over here, there it is. It goes right in there. Let's see my little dudes in the... I gotta get a battery in there, but let's do that. The first thing I wanted to do was get a battery in there, and the first thing I wanted to do was see if we could get these panel gaps lined up a little better. But it looks like that's the way it goes. I'm guessing that's the way it is. You know, with the way the back of this thing sags down when it's going over big jumps, which is incidentally. This thing wasn't really made to be doing super big jumps, and I'll get into that in a second, but just look down up in there. I mean, this thing, you could even see red painted calipers behind the method wheels. I mean, the attention to detail on this is another reason why I bought it, despite its $530 price tag. That was $499, so you figure $500, $530. I got that from A Main with a $30 coupon, so it came out to about $469, so $470. There are no coupons to be found for this thing, and this came out before that. But that is a bash machine and a wheelie monster. If any of you haven't seen those videos, go back. I'm telling you, it's bananas. This I have yet to run. Let's stuff a battery pack into it, get it all lit up. It also comes with the DX3 transmitter, which has AVC and some smart features. So the Mojave 4S doesn't come with this transmitter, even though you don't really need it. And this is a driver's truck. I'm gonna call it a driver's truck because the way that it's set up with a solid rear axle, it's going to behave differently than a vehicle with all independent suspension. And so this is why I'm guessing, except for the, you know, the Losi bougie factor, that they included the DX3 with it so you could get some AVC. But these things, they're known to traction roll on high traction surfaces. So you really have to know what you're doing when you're driving it to avoid the rolling. And that's a challenge in and of itself, you know, to be able to drive this thing without, wow, I'm seeing some QC issues with the stickers. Not too worried about that. I'm probably gonna get a clear body and do my own paint theme. But this Arabian gray over the baby blue looks really nice. Bris, the battery. Okay, let's get the battery. Okay, I have a 2S. Also have a 3S. I'm trying to do this one-handed. There's that. Whoop. I just saw the steering do something. Did you guys see that? Oh, I just heard. Okay. You also have these the reservoirs for the suspension. I mean, the connections go nowhere, but it's a nice little scale addition on here. And that's why I've always loved the dual spares on the back of these. And so I was really drawn to the Traxxas UDR for that reason. But this one, you know, got some fans back up in there behind that LED light. Has LEDs in the front and the rear. In the front you get this LED light bar, which we'll see later when I fire it up, get a battery in here. And then you get these 3 lights in the front. Those are clearance lights. So if I'm not mistaken, any truck beyond a certain width and or height needs to have 3 amber clearance lights. That suspension is work. Let's turn it up. Oh yeah, AVC's already operational. I like the fact that they have the power button mounted right there. And with these trucks with the pretty much half chassis, 3mm aluminum chassis, there's your access door for your motor. There is the power switch and the ESC. Man, I just realized I wasn't filming, but I got the battery stuffed in there. I didn't get the tray door closed, but I got it plugged in. And then we did this. We powered it on and I said, I'm used to way more beeps than that. But apparently this thing does good on 2S. So I think I'm gonna have to take the body off and get back in here to see. I think the 3S will fit, but let's get some right down in there between the 2 drivers. You can see the ESC Spectrum 130 amp. You know, it was interesting. I was wondering what's up with the 130 amp, and I have a theory on that, and I think it's brand related. So for instance, the Arrma's, this is 4S. This would get a 120 amp, and it has 2 leads for the battery. This got 130 amp. And when we were doing the whole thing about the programming issues, which I'm gonna have to go check the programming on this ESC, this one has 1 battery lead, but it has a lot of adjustments that you can do. The adjustments that you can get once you update the programming on the 120 amp ESCs and the other Spectrum ESCs below 130. Now the 130 amp ESC is capable of 4S. This comes with 1 wire lead, and it comes with a battery compartment. They don't even tell you that this is 4S. I mean, you can find out that this is 4S capable, but they don't want you to even run it on 4S. But you can, right out of the box, run this thing on 4S, and I know some people are going to try to do that. But I bought this truck mainly, I figured this is my grown man truck. You know, this one is going to be my bashing truck, and this one is going to be the one that I kind of baby a little bit. You know, it's fully capable, but I'm not gonna put it through. I always say that and then end up smashing them up. So the 2 things that I wanted to do instantly when I got this was see what's up with that battery location, what size batteries I can run, and then also the motor. The motor's on the other side. there's that heat sink. And I am definitely going to put a fan on that motor right away. I have a couple of fans that will screw right into that heatsink the way they do on the black Arrma heatsinks. Wow, I love that double suspension. So I'm going to shoot another video getting more in depth with this. Matter of fact, right now, let's just take it up to the roof. All right, we're up on the roof. Just give it a quick run. Watch the torque steer. See that? You hit on a full throttle. Oop, first crash, just like the real one. Not the crash, the torque steer. See that rear whip? That rear tire wants to lift up on braking and turning. See that? Oh, first roll. This is on 2S. She behaves though. Look, look. I love doing this. Remember the video I shot when I did the Mojave up here in the Sentin in the rain? Oh, second roll. Footage. Did I hear a little cogging? Let's see. Ooh. I'm gonna have to see what punch this is on, so. No, don't do it, don't do it, no. Remember the Mojave? Oh. Just off of this, I think this is a keeper. Oh man. What's that? Bro, I'll explain a little bit now about what you can look forward to as far as my comparison with these two things. And this is coming from a person whose first Arrma was the Sentin. Got into the Sentin, and then I got the Mojave, which I love it. I'm on my third body. Most of the parts on there are the third or second or third parts. So second chassis, third set of wheels, third body. It's bananas. So I don't baby my trucks. So, but this one I think I am gonna baby, and I'll explain why. I'll also explain the price breakdown. So for that one, it's $500. I do have a light bar on that one, but you figure this one comes with a light bar, lights in the front and rear lights. And then the scale realism of this, and the fact that the size of it, this is 10th scale. If you look at, you know, the wheel, usually scale, each manufacturer can say what scale they are, what scale their rigs are, but it really comes down to measurements. And so, for instance, when I did my first short course truck was actually the red cat blackout, and then I compared that to my first Arrma Sentin inside. Just looking at them here, you can just see. Let me go get the measuring stick. And I was like, wow, there's a huge size difference here. And then I compared the Sentin with the Mojave when I got that. And I'm back with another Arrma Sentin versus Arrma Mojave video. And now that I went Arrma Adjace, Losi, Horizon, and then Spectrum, it's a conglomerate. Now I'm comparing this in size to the Mojave. This one is slightly smaller, but it's not small like the Sentin in comparison with the Mojave. So some people were even comparing this to the Traxxas UDR. So this is Big Bris. Stay tuned for the full detailed breakdown and comparison between these two. And the run footage, everybody stay well. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe channel. It costs you nothing and it helps the channel out. Helps me bring you dumb videos like this one. Big Bris, everybody stay well. I'm out.